Okay, joined by Thomas Davis manager Paul Kelly, looking ahead to the Dublin Senior Football Final against Ballyboden St Endas this Sunday. Paul, how is preparation going for you so far?
Yeah, look, we got back recovered on Sunday with the group. Spent a bit of the morning together watching the junior team in the semi-final win against St Olaf's, and then did a little bit of work in the pool, etc. And then back out last night, and hopefully we'll close out preparations over the next couple of days as well. So looking forward to it.
Confidence must be pretty high in the camp after obviously a couple of really big wins for yourselves against Castleknock and Chemical Crokes, the reigning champions, the holders over the past few weeks. Confidence must be pretty high going into this game at the weekend.
Look, I mean, what I'd say is, winning's a habit. I said that I think on the other day, and obviously with that and good performances, confidence does come. But confidence has to be backed up by performances, and hopefully we can get another one out on Sunday.
You'd be going into this game as underdogs, as you have done though over the past few weeks against Castleknock and against Chemical Crokes, and I guess you surprised both of those teams and surprised a lot of people by winning both of those games. Not yourselves. Seems to be a really good spirit in the Thomas Davis camp over the past few weeks, and again heading into this game this weekend.
Yeah, look, the club is a quite tight club. There's a lot of work gone into the underage setup over the last number of years. As I say, we've a couple of lads maybe from outside the Tallaght area. But the vast majority are from the club and from local schools, etc. So obviously they know each other, they socialise with each other, etc. And so there's a nice tight knit there.
County finals are always going to be special, but this is the first one for Thomas Davis since 91-92 season. It makes it even more special. It's been a big long wait for yourselves to get back into a county final.
Yeah, look, the guys in the 3-in-a-row team made history, and it is history. We've made a bit of history getting to a final, but now obviously one would like to win it and be on a par with those guys,
From your own point of view, obviously there's an extra edge to the game because Ballyboden are quite close to you're pretty much neighbours yourselves in Ballyboden, and that'll bring an extra, edge to the game this weekend.
Yeah, look, I grew up in Tallaght in an era when, Dave's teams were split between Closhdaina and Tallaght Community School and Oban Community School. So look, I think the rivalry is long-standing and to be enjoyed, and hopefully it's a great day out for the South City of the county. What
can you expect from Ballyboden this weekend?
I mean, look, Ballyboden are a class act. Again, one of Dublin's and the country's super clubs, effectively. Lots of county players, lads with All-Ireland medals at club and county level, and we played them in the league there in August, and they're a superb outfit. Anthony Rainbow has them really gone well. And look, it's going to be a very difficult task. And 9 days out of 10, if you're a betting man, I'd understand where you'd put your money. But hopefully, this is the 1 in 10.
It's been pretty much a whirlwind couple of years for Thomas Davis, because obviously they had to come up from the Senior 2 last year. They came up, they got through the group. A lot of people maybe were surprised you even got through the group, and obviously getting to a final. But it has been a bit of a whirlwind couple of years for you. Getting to a final, it's a really good story, I guess.
Yeah, look, I suppose some people would see it as a 2-year journey. I've been there now 6 years. And we've taken a lot of strides over that 6 years, and a couple of 2 to 3 minor teams came through. We were able to get 2 or 3 players from most of them. We got 6 or 7 from the last one, and that's given us that, alongside the championship moving from a straight knockout to a group approach. To be honest, it's a much better approach if you're trying to develop a young team, and breed confidence off of the group stage before you get into the knockouts. And I think that's, the last couple of years has helped us in that regard versus a straight knockout competition,
You say you've been with the senior team for the last 6 years. Tell us about how long you've been with the club. You have a long history with the club throughout your whole life.
Yeah, look, I was born and bred in Ballyboden in that sense, and brought up in Tallaght Community School, etc. So it's been part of my blood and DNA. Spent a couple of years away. Currently live in Kildare. Managed the Davis' minor team in the 80s with Paul Curran, Fran Troy, Gary, lads that, Peter Joyce, lads that went on and played a big role in the 3-in-a-row. And then did coaching and managing elsewhere across Kildare and Wicklow. So look, it was great to come back to the club and fulfil an ambition and a dream to manage the senior team. It's a great honour, and have my son involved as well has been, it's something special.
And finally, we heard a big support from Thomas Davis at the weekend. The crowd was quite loud in support of Thomas Davis against Kilmacud Crokes. How important will it be to get that same support this Sunday against Ballyboden St Endas in the final?
Look, again, as I said on Saturday evening, I suppose we famously see ourselves as the little village, and obviously it's a big town stroke city now, but I still think we've kept the mentality of a tight-knit club, a club that stands for putting something back into the community, and that's evident in what our players do, our senior players, and the amount of work they put into the juvenile setup, which I think is very admirable and not always matched in other clubs that I've been involved in, but in some clubs it has. But it's fantastic to see green and gold come out again across the area, and I think hopefully we can make it worth everybody's while to travel and support.